first things first, as always. Right. It's raining now. So, Zundapp Bella badge. My dad's got two of them, and one of them has broken. Neither of them are the same. You can see that, and then see that. So, but this is the one that's broken, and I have got to somehow fabricate something similar to that, because that's the one that does fit. As you can see, it's all built up with washers, so I'm just waiting on a measurement for the size of the hole it needs to fit into. I don't know what I'm going to make this out of. I'm just going to have a look in the scrap bin and basically just improvise it, I think. I'm going to have a look. I don't know what we've got in here that we can use. Maybe a bit of flat bar or something similar. Which I'm running very low of, to be honest. I'm nearly out of it. This would be easier if I wasn't holding the camera. So, maybe this, and I'm really running low of this stuff. I need to go and get some more, but I suppose I could bend this round to the right shape, cut several pieces of this out and basically build it up, because I've got to end up with, as you can see, this has got a bolt through it, so I've got to end up with that thickness, and obviously that's not thick enough. Probably two of these layers, one on top of the other, and then a hole drilled through the centre. Maybe that'll work, I don't know. We'll try it, see how we get on. Ideally, because I don't really have proper bending tools, it would be easier to use a thinner material, but I need to end up with that thickness and rigidity, which I ain't going to get from something thinner. I'll probably just heat the hell out of that with a blowtorch and see if I can bend it. I mean, it's quite a tight bend, that is. I might end up bending a bit at the top and at the bottom, and then welding a section in the middle and just rounding it off with a grinder, which I don't know if you can see that. That's a bit rough and ready. I don't think this is a stock part. I think this has been fabricated by somebody else in the past, but it's all I've got to go on. As long as I've got the measurements, we know this fits, so just base it on this, I guess. See how we get on. Also, I've only got MIG welder. and so I can't weld to this. However, I can weld to this. So the plan is to cut this here, leaving me with this bit that's been riveted on, so my bracket can then effectively be welded to that. It's a bodge really, but it's something to do on a rainy Saturday, I guess. So without further ado, we'll get on with it. Safety first. On second thoughts, there's nothing wrong with that. That's quite solid. It's just this bit. I don't even know how this was on here. It's just snapped. I don't know if it was like that. I'm guessing it probably was. I can't see why. I mean, it might have bent round like that. I honestly don't. I don't know. So I'm going to recreate that. But on second thoughts, if I just cut that off, so I've got a nice flat surface here, I can just cut some sections of this out, weld a bit on the top, weld a bit on the bottom, drill through it, and surely that'll be that. Yeah, we'll try that then. In terms of the profile, it ain't bad, you see. I can't see the point in remaking all that. Alright, this is on a larger angle, but that's because this is mounted to the centre of the bracket, whereas this one isn't. This comes from the top, so it has a tighter curve. But in terms of profile, I mean, it's the same. It finishes in the same place, height wise, and whatever that is, you know, depth. So yeah, it seems to be the logical way of doing it. Which I do need that measurement that I haven't had yet. So I'll make a phone call. Right, so we've got the measurement. I've had it finally sent through to me, so now I can get on with it. Unfortunately, these, I smashed them. They're only, I think they were from Aldi, from the special aisle, work zone ones. Yeah. And my display's crapped out, so I've only got the old analog scale to go on. So I've set that to as close to 15.93 as my eyes can see. and we're just going to basically score it like that. Get ourselves a mark. A new vise, by the way, would be absolutely fantastic, because this one is bent to buggery. One. Two. Back in the scrap bin for another day. I need to bend this out because I can't really get in there to clean it or to weld a bit of that on, so I've had an idea. And obviously I need to bend that back to that. I could match it up to that, but I've had an idea. My idea is put that flat on there, just draw around it, then when I get once it's been welded, I'll have the pattern. That's if it works. I can't see why it wouldn't, to be honest. good git. So we had a power failure. I forgot to bring the charger up for the camera and didn't realise it was quite so flat. And I've also been for a brew while I was fetching it, so I've been gone for you probably no time at all, but all in all it was about 15 minutes. Trying to work out the best way of clamping this to this and still being able to at least tack it with a welder, and I think I found it. I spin. No. That'll do. I think the next thing I'm going to make is one of the little bench holders for these. They kind of sit at an angle, and you know what I mean. All I need really is a bit of an L-shaped bracket with a little horseshoe type hook on the top, I think, because there's nothing worse. I put this down like this and it eventually just falls off. So maybe at some point I will do a video on that. Everything I do is I have an idea in my head. I might doodle something down on a bit of paper, and then what ends up at the end of it is normally nothing like what I've scribbled down on the bit of paper, but you'll probably get used to that. It's just a novice fannying about in his shed. It's a hobby really. I can't sit down and watch telly, it bores the hell out of me, or I end up asleep after about half an hour. So without further ado, we'll continue, if I can find my mask. See, it really annoys me. I'm going to make one. That will definitely be a video coming soon. Watch this space. I'll put that there, your plank can fall off. Yeah, watch this space, because I'm going to have to make one. It's, it's essential, I think. As you can see, that looks rough as shit, but once it's linished back, I mean, it's not holding any weight. Once it's linished back, you're going to have the thinnest amount of weld left, but as I said, it's not holding any weight, so theoretically it should certainly hold it. I'm not too worried about that. Now we're going for thickness. Yeah, putting a second one on there is gonna make it a hell of a lot thicker, but I can linish it down. I don't think it has to be perfect. I'm not entirely sure whether it'll fit if it's larger. I don't